Hello, darlings and darlingettes. Um, we're going live real quick. We're just a quick little live here, uh, because we are watching Alice's final game at the European teams, and she's playing against the GM, and it looks like she's making a draw. So we have to cover the end of this game. I uh, came home. I'm not logged into Diana's Twitch right now, so I can't change the title and things. But in case you guys were interested in Team Ireland's performance, unfortunately they already owe 3-0 down. But let's watch this game. So exchange French, famous drawing weapon. All right, so um, very stable game, trading things, trading things. Trading things. Um, and I think she got herself into a little bit of trouble here. I think the correct move would have been f3. And if we now look at what would have happened, something like this. And now you'll see the rook is already on the e file, which is very important because you're threatening to go rook to e5, which would win a pawn back after black takes here. Um, Well, so I mean, it would probably even win a pawn because you can't take here right now because you would get in trouble um, with the bishop. But the point is, you're very quickly threatening to come in here, and if you prevent this by going bishop d6, bishop d6, you can now go bishop e5 and threaten trades, and everything is fine for you. But if we compare this to what happened in the game, um, let me actually open chat though, so I can actually see what's happening. Um, I won't be, um, you know. Anyway, doesn't matter. So what happened was we went rook a1, and then we traded queens on a2. So what this means is that now, after f3 and trades, now our rook is on a2 instead of e2, which means black gets time to play king to e7 and bishop to e5, which makes this whole operation much more difficult for white. So basically, we're down a full tempo, and it's kind of an important tempo. But she kept playing well, and now here I think black made a mistake. I think you have to go back rook a6 and try something with this majority on the king side, um, because as played, h5 right away without keeping the rook on a6. Let Alice play a4, and now she can get rid of her weakness on a3, which was definitely a big problem in her position. But now, after rook a6, you can play a5, and it's fine. And there's no b6 because the bishop's here as well, crucially. So from there on, um, shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. She did actually make a mistake here as well. Um, this is something that her opponent's going to be real mad about, I will say. Um, After c4, you're actually winning here as black with a continuation very similar to what happened in the game. Um, but her opponent quickly took on c4, which does not work. Um, and we'll see in a moment why it's essential not to take on c4. The winning move here is g4, and after f takes, here, 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 this pawn is not going to be stopped so easily. Um, and we will be able to compare this to what happened in the game, where black took on c4 first, and after king takes, then played g4. And after trades here h3, now we have an additional resource, which is bishop g1, which wasn't available earlier because then the bishop was still pinned. So taking on c4 let or gave white the tempo to get the king out of the pin. Yeah, which means that now there was bishop g1, and this should now end in a very, or rather, doable draw. Hopefully, we're hoping for this. Okay. Now the thing is, we need to be careful that we don't have to sacrifice too much material for this pawn. If black can somehow engineer a situation where you have to sacrifice the rook, then that would be bad. But if white gets the chance to take this pawn, um, then it should always be an easy draw because you can sacrifice the bishop. And if you sacrifice the bishop, you'd be fine. Not only in a rook and bishop versus rook endgame, but because you have these two pawns, you might not even have to go there. So we'll see what exactly happens. So king to c5 was played. Yeah, you definitely, I don't know what the cleanest way is. What you definitely do want to do is go for this pawn. This pawn is the dangerous thing. Computer things, you can also play rook to e3 and, make a computer draw. But yeah, that is, of course, a little bit unnatural to do. Although it should be kind of clear that because this pawn is on a light square, it can't easily be protected. And then it should be able to be traded off. For example, if the rook should defend, then you could maybe. Well, you couldn't play a6 because then back and you would take the pawn this way. But, well, maybe you could still do that actually because let's actually put this on the board real quick. I wonder if you can play a6. I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can. Never mind. Somehow I thought your king was on b6, which is it isn't. But yeah, even then I think it would still be a draw. But the point is that this is brilliant. That would be a great result. She already drew against an IM yesterday, which was great. Now threatening to draw against the GM, which would be excellent. I will say it's a bit tough because she only has 1 minute, and that's for the rest of the game. Well, I mean, plus 30 seconds per move. Okay, so I guess her opponent is trying to say that this is a trick. You can't go for this pawn because then you can probably sacrifice and go for this or something. I wonder. No, actually, this is possible. But you can't take the pawn. You can't take the pawn because then, um, yeah, I was going to say probably this. Yeah, this wins. Okay, exactly. So we can't do that. So I was correct about this. Okay, she plays b5. I like it. We only have one goal here. Get this, get our counterplay in. We like this. Now, one thing we have to be a little worried about maybe sometimes is an idea of bishop f2 if we push at the wrong moment. But I think even that should be okay. No, I think even that should always. Well, the thing is, what we have to worry about is an idea of if we play a6 and then bishop f2, let's say we move and then here, but that probably is more of a losing attempt than a winning attempt. Hello, it's Morgan12. Yeah, Smart Sky, I can't change the title at the moment because I'm not logged into Diana's Twitch. And I don't know, she's on work break right now, but she's not, doesn't have internet or something. So, yeah. Um, Also, this is Unshaven Patrick stream. So, Um, Also, let's look at some, while we're at it, let's look at some of the other games that are going on. I think the match, well, sorry, not the match, the tournament has been decided, and I think it looks like Ukraine are going to be the winners. I think nothing can change that anymore. Already, they have been leading pretty much from the start. I think they were always up there. Um, and Azerbaijan was tied with them on 13 points. But now Azerbaijan lost to Serbia. um, but Ukraine looks like they're winning against England. But even if they didn't win, I think they would still win the tournament. I think even losing, and they would still win the tournament. I think I think Azerbaijan needed to beat them because they have really good tie breaks. And I think this also means that Germany, I think Serbia is going to be second because I think they were at 12 points. Let's just look over. You can't see it properly. But I will just tell you. So before the round, Ukraine and Azerbaijan were on. Oh, actually, I was hallucinating. Serbia was also on. Oh, no, Serbia was on 11. Serbia, England, and Netherlands were on 11. But England and Netherlands looks like they're losing, which would leave um, Serbia um, with second place or Azerbaijan, depending on tiebreaks. I think Azerbaijan might have better tiebreaks. So actually, I guess Azerbaijan might still be second. Um, yeah, I think Azerbaijan will still retain second place, even if they lose. Well, even after they lost, I should say. And England looks like they're going to lose because McShane looks to be in real trouble against Semunenkov. Um, yeah, I mean, these pawns are just running, and that should be quite easy. I don't think there's much that's going to happen. How is it looking in the women's section? Good question. Let's look at it. Um, I think before the round, Poland was in first place. Why is it not? Hello? Okay, Okay, hello, Jessica. Poland was in first place, and they won against Azerbaijan. And okay, let me just look again what the actual standings were. 1 second. Sorry for the bad setup right now. Um, yeah, so Poland was in first, Germany in second, Ukraine tied, but with worse tiebreak also in second. And then a bit of a gap to Armenia. So if we look at results, Ukraine had a tie. Oh, Germany lost to Bulgaria. That's unfortunate. If they had not lost, if they had won, they would have been clear second for sure. Um, if they had drawn, they would have been second as well, probably. But they lost, so I guess that means they're going to be third, or maybe they would have been caught as well by Armenia. Where's Armenia? Wait, what? Oh, never mind. They drew. Armenia drew. So, um, who else had 11? No one. Okay, so I guess that means Poland first, Ukraine second, and Germany third in the women's. Let's look at Caitlin's board real quick. What happened in Scotland? Scotland. Caitlin has been having a wild tournament, absolutely wild. Her opponents, I don't know what has been going on with them, but um, yeah, today she looks like she lost. Um, um, okay, so Alapin. Mm, yeah, it doesn't look like quite the way to play. Oh, okay, sacrifices. Interesting. Wait, let me just see. So Caitlin should have taken here, and after this, oh, never mind. Um, Bishop c8. Nah, well, okay, not the easiest thing in the world, but this way she was just down some material, down a pawn, with a bad position, kind of. So yeah, that didn't go too well, but you know, still had a great tournament. Okay, and kind of got herself made it. Um, okay, well, interesting. That is the end of the. Oh yeah, and Semenenkov won against McShane. So yeah, that's it. That should be it. I think that means Ukraine clinches. No, no, Alice lost. What happened? No, we're jinxing so hard right now. No, what happened? No, time trouble got to us. I just A6. Ah, that's so unfortunate. Ay ay ay. Ah, that would have been so good. No, that's so unfortunate. Ay ay ay. We were just here for the celebration, you know. I thought, yes, let's go. After I saw um that she got her bishop to h2, I thought like, yes, okay. We're gonna hold this. But this, I feel like this should still be an easy draw, right? Ah, no, that's so unfortunate. But I guess she slightly miscalculated here. Because here now it's pretty clear that you're not going to be in time. Like you're pretty far away, in fact. Like you're several tempi too late. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. And to be fair, if this pawn wasn't here, then this would also be good. But there is this pawn, so what can you do? Ah man, that's really really annoying. We jinxed it. We do tend to jinx it a little bit. Aye aye aye. That's tough. Well, Grandelius, by the way, has been crushing it. Um, but Sweden, as a team, have been getting kind of destroyed. Interesting. Um, yeah, what else? What's Germany doing? How's Germany doing? Okay, Bluebaum won. So it looks like Germany might be beating the Netherlands. It's all our fault. Yeah, I think so as well. I think we have to take responsibility for our actions. So what does that do to the final standings? So Germany before this round had 10 points. So now they will have 12. So Azerbaijan and Ukraine were always uncatchable. Netherlands, England, and Serbia. Serbia won. So that brings them to 13. That means those are the top three. England lost. That means they're still on 11. Netherlands will have lost if Germany win. That means they're still on 11. So then it would go to Romania, Spain, and Georgia too. So let's see what they're doing. So Spain 2-2, so that would also not be problematic. And looks like Romania though is winning. Um, wait, we can log into Twitch now. So we can change the title, but um, Yeah, it's a little too late now, unfortunately. Well, not too late to change the title, but ah man, that's so unfortunate. Oh no, I went to the wrong thing. Mm, that's really okay. Let's change the title though. Still, oh man, that's so tough. That's so tough. I will say that's really annoying. Oh well. So I guess it kind of depends. Germany might finish fourth or fifth. If any of you cares. Oh, Nicolas Teodoro finally lost a game. He's also been having a very good tournament on board one. But he now lost against Edis Gurel, which means Greece is going to lose to Turkey. There's Georgia too. Oh yeah. So they won against Armenia. So does Georgia too have a chance as well, by the way? For Alice Diana, yes. That's really unfortunate. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, so I guess it's between Spain, sorry, between Spain, Romania, and Germany, and Romania won, and they were ahead in tiebreak. So I assume um, that means, or Romania is going to win, likely. I assume that means that Romania is going to. That's actually a pretty big upset rating wise. I feel like. What seed are they? Yeah, 15th seed. So pretty low seed actually for Romania. But they're doing really well. Big performance by them. So that's nice. Maybe Diana has something to cheer about there. Um, not that she really. Anyway. Um, yeah. Well, we don't have anything to cheer about here. That's really unfortunate. I wonder if this was the simplest way, or if it's not simpler to not give up the bishop, because sorry, the rook, because if we just do nothing, we do have to worry about this. Sorry, no, it's hanging. I meant taking first and doing this. Does this ever work? Oh no, of course not, because it's check. So that never works. So that never works. So actually, I think that would have been much easier to not give the thing, because now what do you have to do? Like, you can't go move the king. You can't move the rook away because you're going to lose the bishop. And here I'm starting to say that maybe it's white who's looking to play for a win, you know? And if they go here, we go here. They can't keep checking us either. But maybe we just repeat here, actually. Maybe this just forces repetition? What else are you doing with black? Oh man, basically one move away. Oh, damn, that's so unlucky. Damn, damn, damn. I guess she missed rook f6, which is understandable. Um, oops. Yeah, I mean, she had no time. Ugh, that's so frustrating. Well, poor Alice, but she played really well. Um, she played really well. That's tough. Anyway, so the celebration stream has been cancelled. That is the reason why we went live. Um, but as that's not happening now, I'll just send you somewhere, I guess, because I didn't really have a plan to stream. I just saw the game and then was like, let's go. But this is yeah, it's a bit of a cooler for sure. But it happens. Another chance will come along. Um, Also, if we can make it happen, um, we might, as we said, we might broadcast um, the Irish, not the Irish, the for our 4NCL team, where Diana is playing alongside Alice um, in the same team. Um, I won't be able to play this week because I have an exam on Monday, but um, another time you might see me there as well. And the weekend after that is going to be the Irish Women's Championship, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be commentary. Can't speak. If I'm going to do commentary or if I'm going to be commentating on, because I might be playing the Amsterdam Open. I haven't decided yet. But as I always struggle to find FIDE rated games to play, I might have to take my opportunity there. Um, because I'm also going to Ireland for the Kilkenny tournament, but that's not FIDE rated either. So I'm really struggling to get FIDE rated games in, and I really need to get my FIDE rating up finally. It feels a bit, uh, yeah. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I'm going to send you to someone, and who are we gonna raid? Who is streaming? Could send you to Asmuada, or he could send you to my my favorite streamer. Um, no, that would be unlearning economics, but you're probably not interested. So I'll send you over to Asmara, and that will be that. Hello, Luke Canyon or Luke and Ian. I guess I don't have to take over Diana's naming conventions. All right, I'll send you over. Maybe Diana will uh, stream at some point, and I'll see you then. Bye bye. Actually, not bye bye yet. We have to do the countdown. Pro streamer, by the way. Anyway, I'll see you people around. Bye bye.